Hello everybody, my name is Phoenix Fire here and welcome back to more Pokemon Damask expansion pass DLC. Now, in between this episode and last episode, when I was recording 2 episodes, for some reason my laptop went herp and decided to delete the recordings and everything. So yeah, it's been a bit of a wild ride back here, but as you can see now we're at the Pokemon League. For me this is the second time, for you guys it's the first. So yeah, I'm just gonna heal up everyone here, and as you can see now I've got a different team on the side. That's because I started the game all over again and just pretty much pressed Q to speed up a whole lot and just get myself back here. So then I had way more money to save up to buy more heals and stuff, and just so my team was more optimised and bits. But yeah, and so I could actually get this bit recorded. But yeah. First guy here is Natsu, and he says he specialises in fire types. So yeah, he's the first member of the Elite Four, so... Yeah, his first Pokemon is Molozard, which is a pure fire type, who I used to have in my team. And we send out Hazel first, Power Gem, who takes Molozard down into the yellow, and Molozard uses Nasty Plot. Okay, then to raise his special attack sharply. So we just hit him with another Power Gem, and that's his Molozard down. So yeah, after getting some XP, he sent out his Feralter, which of course we've seen before, and I think it's pure fire type. So we start off with a another Power Gem. But yeah, one more Power Gem after that, after he buffs himself, and Feralter is gone down as well. So now we send out Gaia, as he sends out his Pyrovern, who looks really cool. But now I'm going to try for a Rock Slide as he goes for a Crunch, which doesn't do that much on Gaia. Rock Slide does about half the Pyrovern. So now he uses Flamethrower on Gaia to not do that much again. We hit for another Rock Slide, and now the Pyrovern is down. And now he's about to send in his Feet Virus, I think is how it's pronounced. So now I'm going to send in Oscar, who is a pure water type, for those of you that don't know. And yeah, now this guy is known for blowing up, so we got to be careful with that. So I'm going to go ahead and use Surf straight away. And that one-shots you, luckily. Last time we did that, it left him with about a quarter of his health. But yeah. Natsu's last Pokemon is his Belliadon, I think that's meant to be. But yeah, one Surf takes him down to red. Belliadon uses Faint Attack on Oscar, which hardly does anything, so after one more Surf attack, Belliadon is down. And that is Natsu down. And now he says that we can move on to the next Peep. So of course we do that. And of course her name is Ariel, and she specialises in water types, in case you're going to tell by the name. And she says prepare to be splashed, so okay. Coolio. And her first Pokemon is going to be Driftsy, which is a water and grass type. So we lead off with Hazel, who uses Petal Dance. Before the Driftsy uses Giga Drain to recover a bit of health and knock Hazel down by about a quarter, which hurts us. But of course we do a couple more Petal Dances and the Driftsy is down now. Now her next Pokemon is a Frosset. And of course Hazel's confused now, so hurt himself with the confusion because we're going to use another Petal Dance. But the Frosset uses Ice Beam despite being a water type, I guess. And Hazel goes down. So now I'm going to send in Cyrus, my really cool Ghost and Ice type. And of course Frosset tries Ice Beam, which doesn't do anything. And we try Freeze Shock, which again doesn't really do much back. But a couple of strengths later and the Frosset's down, after Frosset uses Hydro Pump in between turns. So now we're going to send in Aries again, which I'm sure I've spelled wrong. You'll probably point this out, as she uses Armorial, which we know is water and rock type from the last playthrough we did. So a couple of breaks, finishes it off. And Aries has Moxie this time, which raises his physical attack every time a Pokemon goes down. And yeah, her next Pokemon is Majestic, who is water and fairy. That can be a bit of a pain. And yeah, as you see there, one-shot Aries with a move. And of course I go to send in Hazel now. And we go for a Petal Dance, which does nearly one-shots a Majestic. Okay then. But yeah, the Majestic then goes for a fairy move, but then she swaps out into Refuge, which is of course another pure water type and can be kind of tanky. But yeah, because she did that, we hit her with a Petal Dance and it faints. Unfortunately though, leaving Hazel with confusion. But of course it's just her Majestic now. So we bet on another move. Hazel hits himself. Majestic uses Soak before we hit ourselves again in confusion. Oof, but now Majestic uses Moonlight to heal herself. And of course we just keep on trying to go for another Petal Dance. So after getting hit by another Moonblast, we actually break through the confusion and finally hit her, taking her down and beating Ariel of the Elite Four. And now she says to go ahead, so we will do. And then down here we come to the third one, Rosalina, and she specialises in psychic types. So yeah, let's go Rosalina. Possible daughter of Princess Peach. And yeah, first Pokemon that she sends out is Lepillusion, the bug and psychic type. And yeah, I did switch to Aries first. And yeah, Lepillusion uses Bug Buzz. The first one doesn't really do that much. So we go for a Feint Attack to do most of Lepillusion's health. So of course, I just go for another Feint Attack after she uses a Full Restore. Lepillusion uses Bug Buzz again and we go in for one more Feint Attack. Getting rid of Lepillusion finally. And thanks to Moxie, I'll just keep Aries in, or Arise, I've spelt it. And yeah, next Pokemon is Shalazim, I think it's called. So yeah, we just go for another Feint Attack. Nearly knocking her out, but she goes for Sacred Sword, unfortunately knocking Aries out. In hindsight, I should have healed up Aries, but yeah, that just sometimes happens anyway. But yeah, I'm going to send in Hazel now. To do a Power Gem on the Shalazim, knocking her out. And the next Pokemon is Fairroar, I think ground and psychic type. But yeah, she goes for Earth Power, doesn't really do much. We go for a Power Gem, again not doing that much. Fairroar then goes for Psychic as we go for a Petal Dance. And that does knock her out. Are all of your Pokemon female, Rosalina? Huh. Yep, Mana, the Psychic type. I think Psychic Fairy, I'm not 100% sure still. But yeah, we do hit her with a the Petal Dance, but Hazel's confused now. So now I'm just going to use a Hyper Potion on Hazel. For now, just in case. And the Mana goes for Moonblast on Hazel. Not really doing just above half damage, to be fair. I try for another Petal Dance and luckily Hazel does hit. Knocking the Mana, leaving the Mana on 1 health. And she does a Moonblast, leaving Hazel on 17 health. But of course, because she used Future Sight earlier, that hits us now and Hazel goes down. So now I'm going to try Oscar with a Surf, and of course, because Mana's on 1 HP, she goes down. And her next one is Sorcery, which is of course a Grass and Psychic type. So I'm going to use a Revive on Hazel. As Sorcery goes for Petal Dance herself, which of course hits really, really hard and knocks Oscar out in one go. So now I'm going to switch it to Cyrus. And try to use Freeze Shock, but of course she's stuck into Petal Dance, so she does hit Cyrus, but we do set up for Freeze Shock. Thankfully though, after the next attack she does become confused and Freeze Shock hits and we manage to take Sorcery down. Thankfully, thank you Cyrus. And that throws Elia down. And she says that we do an excellent job. And see you with the last Elite Four member, who is Crow. Now he specialises in dark types, so of course I've just left out Ares at the front because he is dark and fighting. So we're just going to see how this fight goes. And his first Pokemon is Barriet, but we have Hikari, sorry, not Ares. Let's see, Hikari just goes for Rainbow Rush when Crow stops talking at me. And of course that luckily knocks out his Barriet first, because that Pokemon can hit really hard. Our next Pokemon is Crust Titan, who does look like a Hollow Knight boss, I'm not gonna lie. He looks really cool, whoever designed that, good work. And yeah, Rainbow Rush doesn't really do too much. He goes for Thrash on Hikari, not really doing too much, so again, a couple more Rainbow Rushes. A couple more Rainbow Rushes knocks the Crust Titan down. That is also a cool name, not gonna lie. The next one is Canis Storm, who of course is normal and dark. But of course we don't hit him with Rainbow Rush. Hikari gets hit back. But we do retaliate with another Rainbow Rush that does connect and one hits the Canis Storm. But this time I'm going to take back Hikari and send out Hazel. As Crow sends out his Horrend Dove, I think that is, as we go for Petal Dance on him. So a couple of turns later we go for Power Gem and that knocks the Horrend Dove down. And his last Pokemon is of course the Ghost and Dark type Necrogeist. So of course I heal up Hazel with a Hyper Potion. Necrogeist uses Dark Pulse on him, not really doing that much. I'm going to try and go for a Power Gem this time to see how much it does. But Hazel is confused after a hit from Necrogeist. So yeah, he just keeps on using Dark Pulse. Hazel's confused, hits himself. But yeah, I use a Max Potion just in case on Hazel. Just to eat up the confusion turns as he keeps on using Dark Pulse. And after a few turns Hazel snaps out of confusion and we do hit him with a really hard Power Gem. So one more should take him out after he uses another Dark Pulse. But that was a high roll, so we hit him again and not really doing that much. So yeah, we swap it to Ares now for a free Dark Pulse, so it hardly does anything. Oh man. And the Necrogeist of course goes for Destiny Bond, because he knows we're going to knock him out, so when Necrogeist goes down, because of Destiny Bond, Ares goes down too. But luckily though, that was Crow's last Pokemon, so that's Crow done. And then here we are to Norshin again, and he says, well done, good job to us for beating all the Elite Four members. And after some talking and asking us if we're ready, we finally get to challenge Norshin. Not sure what character you're meant to be, but hey ho. And yeah, he starts off with Emperor Eagle. Last week starts off with Hikari. And I'm going to try an Ice Beam now, which does hit first. Taking Emperor Eagle down by just over a third. Oh, as he goes for Sword Stance. Okay, then to raise his attack sharply. But Norshin withdraws Emperor Eagle, sending in Tunnelid. Okay, then which I think might be a Steel type because it's hardly doing anything to him. Ares. And Champion Norshin goes for Full Restore oddly instead of an actual move. So I use Brick Break. Or taking down Tunnelid's health to yellow. Tunnelid uses Lock On, which is super dangerous if he actually gets another attack through. And of course he uses another Full Restore as we go for Brick Break to take him out. Thankfully, otherwise he could have hit really hard with something. Maybe Earthquake, I don't know. But yeah, thanks to Ares' Moxie, our attack goes up by 1 step. And we're going to keep in Aries as he sends out his Yan Pao, who looks really cool, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to try for Brick as Yan Pao goes for a Dazzling Gleam. Oh, which luckily doesn't take us out, strangely. But we do take out most of his health. So yeah, now we know how hard Yan Pao's going to hit Aries. I'm going to use a full restore, just like Norshin does on his Yan Pao. And after a couple of turns of Yan Pao using workup, we just hit him with 2 feint attacks and he goes down. There, I can't talk right now. And yeah, his next Pokemon is Radiaze. Okay then, Electric. I'm not sure what his other type is. Maybe Dragon? I really don't know. But it does hit us with a hard Dazzling Gleam though. But we managed to one-shot him with Feint Attack again. Thank you, Aries. And yeah, Moxie, meaning Aries' attack is now +2, I think. But he just switched to Empreagle again, so of course we're going to heal up with a Max Potion again. Good job I stocked up. As Empreagle goes for Air Slash, doing about half damage to Aries. So I just go for another Brick Break, taking Empreagle down. And his next Pokemon is Arcovern. Oh god, I remember this one from the first time I played this game. Yep, he does have a Mega Evolution, which looks really, really cool, I'm not going to lie. He does remind me of the Golden Dragon from Digimon. Hwen Longmon, I think his name is. I can't quite remember. I'll put a picture up on the screen. But yeah, I'm going to send in Hazel to try for Petal Dance, and he tries for Iron Tail, which could have hit Hazel hard because he is part Rock type. But Petal Dance hardly does anything. He does hit for an Iron Tail super hard, and that knocks Hazel down in one go. So yeah, this time I'm going to try Gaia. I have a reliable Bug and a Ground type. As he goes for Iron Tail again, lowering Gaia's defense and taking him down into the yellow. Sorry. She hits Arcovern with a really hard Earthquake. So of course we're going to stick with our strategy of healing up. Just before he goes for Outrage, taking Gaia out anyway. Okay. I did remember that this was the most annoying Pokemon, so hey ho. So yeah, I'm going to try for Freeze Shock unless he knocks out Cyrus. No, he doesn't. But unfortunately I forgot that Freeze Shock takes 2 turns to actually fire, so yeah, one more Outrage later and Cyrus is down, so now we're down to our last one, Oscar. Luckily though with Oscar we do hit for Ice Beam, which actually takes Arcovern down. Good lord, ow. And yeah, Norshin's last Pokemon is Gore Asylum, which looks absolutely amazing. That is a cool design. Just good god. That thing is a mixture of scary and awesome at the same time. Oh, Liquefaction? Why did Liquefaction look like Rock Throw? Not gonna lie. But yeah, Flail doesn't really do too much to Oscar. We hit it with an Ice Beam for half. Gore Asylum uses Flail again. And of course it does slightly more because he's got lower health. But luckily though, another Ice Beam knocks Gore Asylum down. Oh my god, you might be on the thumbnail. I'll have to see. Man, that is Norshin taken down. Jesus Christ. But yep, that's the Elite Four and the champion. So yeah, we're just going to head into the next room now where Loki's waiting for us. And after some talking, he says that we can have a reward and that he's really proud of us. And yeah, it gives us a Bruckenstein as well, which is a baby Pokemon of his, I think it's a ghost type. But yeah, I'm going to call him Loki, because yeah, and that's a cool Pokemon. And yeah, apparently it is a pseudo-legendary as well, which I had no idea about. But yeah, now it's going to give us the evolution items for it, which is a Charged Conduit and a Soul Fuse. And yeah, afterwards Norshin and Magnolia come in and say hi and well done and everything. And of course we pop our Pokemon on the healing station up there. But yeah, now we have Hikari, Oscar, Hazel, Gaia, Cyrus, and Aries, which is probably spelled wrong. Yep, there's all of our team. Really cool. And yep, Ellie, 10 hours 31 because of the rushing through the game again thing and not really catching that many peeps. And yeah, there we go. Game made by Scorbunny Channel and Rio the Humanoid Leopard. That's a name. But yeah, that's really cool. Now Scorbunny's channel did say that there was a load more things in this game that weren't in it before because he's been working on it. And personally, I didn't really see that many different things from when I played it before. Maybe there's different things in the post game. I don't know. Like maybe we could go to a different region or somewhere. I have no idea. But yeah, I'll just have to see. So yeah, I'm just going to grab myself a drink now while the credits roll, and then I'll be back in a second. So yeah, you guys could just all enjoy the credits now and all the peeps involved and who played this and da. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute because I need a drink. And I'm back now, and yet credits. Scorbunny, Rio, Munchkin Orange, Streets Gaming, Simple Turbo, Phoenix Fire, yeah, there we are. A-Drive, Thundaga, Hoodlum Scrafty, or Hoodlum Callum as he goes by now, Digital Nomad, Dark Fizzy, and even more. But yeah, I do appreciate when I see either and you or your actual username or character name in credits of games. That's cool. I like it. But yeah, I am back now, and yeah, as I said, this was a cool game. But yeah, I think I'm going to skip the rest of the credits because you know what YouTube's like with copyright. They're a pain in the ass. And a couple of minutes later, there we go. And yep, owned by Pokemon Company, Nintendo, affiliated with Game Freak. There's a non-profit, fan-made game, no copyright infringements intended. Please support the official games. Yes, please do. But yeah, here we are now back in our room. So yeah, I'm just going to save after that, just in case. So yeah, what does Mum have to say then? Hello, Mum, I'm back here. Oh, hello, Ellie. Let's have a talk. Okay. Just saw news because you're the champion of Bandaya. There it is. And she basically says that Professor Magnolia is waiting outside for us, so just go ahead and see us, so will do. Thank you, Mum. Where do you sleep? I don't know. Oh, hello. Hello again, just letting you know because I start the post game. That must be really weird to hear in real life. There are catch the legendaries, okay, fair dues. Yeah, that's about the same. Rivalry matches, grinding house, okay. And yeah, last but not least, rematch with the Pokemon League. No, thank you, that was hard enough already. Oh, so Scorbunny Challenge at the studios, okay. But yeah, and there are also legendaries, which are, I think, the same as well. They might be slightly different, but yeah. Okay, yeah, and she also says that our friends Cooper and Priscilla want us to have a rematch as well, and also the level cap finally actually unlocks and we get to level 100 now, and she gives us a Master Ball. Thank you, Professor. And yeah, the Pokemon Legendary for this game, Damask, she gives us the Everlasting Orb Force so that she could go into a true form. And yeah, basically then she says that she's waiting at the lab. So yeah, from what I can remember, that's more or less the same, but I will try and do my best to go to the different areas again and catch everyone like I did before, But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to record that or not. I don't know. That might take 5 years if I do, and Wilds is out now. But yeah. Yeah, I've caught everyone here. Cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys and girls. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and if you're new, and subscribe. That'd be awesome. And until next time, have a good one, and see you on the next stream. Bye bye, and I love you. And good luck with Wilds if you're playing it.